Okay, so Baby Blue by Badfinger, probably one of the greatest pop songs ever written. Just love this song. You know, they were like a Beatles protege act that the Beatles signed to Apple. And Pete Ham, the songwriter, just wrote some fantastic songs. This one, Day After Day, No Matter What. And he also wrote Without You, that Nielsen recorded. And just a great songwriter. If you don't know the story of Badfinger, I'll put a link in the description box down there to the Wikipedia article on the band. And I mean, it'll blow your mind if you don't already know, but it's just such a tragic story with that band. Such talented guys, and it just didn't work out that great for any of them. Anyways, the song's in the key of B, and what I'm going to do is this will be the electric lesson with all the rhythms and the two little solos. And then I'll do an acoustic lesson later, and you know, I'll show you how he played it on the record, and then I'll show you an easier way of doing it too on the acoustic side of things. And it's like a bar chord nightmare, this song. It's you're gonna get carpal tunnel syndrome learning this song. You know, it's just insane. Like he likes to use this form of a bar chord, which is like that C, you know, the C shape, but where you bar and play the C shape. So when he does, like, you know, his E, it's that way, his F sharp is that way. Okay, so it's a real strain on the hand doing the song, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna start, like I said, it's a key of B. We're gonna start with this this B chord down here, just barring. I'm sure everybody knows this form. That's like that A bar chord form. And you pretty well have to do this with your third finger. And we're gonna start the song by going like this. So what we're doing there is we're going to hit the two bottom strings, the A and the D, and then we're going to hit the G and the B. So make sure you separate those, because a lot of guys will just go, you know, just kind of messy playing all the strings, but it's definitely broken up into those, the two bottom and the two high strings. And that, you know, that's just two strings. And then we do the lick. Okay, and all that is it's just, like in this one, I'm not going to call a lot of frets, because it's really pretty simple stuff. I want to end that lick with my first finger, because I'm going to come up and play this chord. Okay, this is an F sharp, and I'll know a lot of guys will go play it down there, but they don't do that. It's definitely up here. So that's your F sharp, and then we're gonna play E, and we're gonna fret it, like I said, like that C bar chord form, right? And then we've got that lick. And the way you want to do that, we want to slide that down, right? So when we land, we're going to hit the D and the G string, and we're going to have that third in the bass. You know, a lot of guys will go, you know, play the A, and you know, that'll work. It's not a problem doing that, but that's not what he's doing on the record. So we want to have that third, and there's thirds in this song. They're all over the place. I mean, those are thirds, right? So yeah, let's do that whole thing from the lick. Back to the E, and then to the B. Lick. Without a word. Back to the E. That I forget. B. Lick. F sharp. Whoops, see, I hit that note. You definitely don't want to hit that note. And then we do this. And then we got C sharp minor, and then take a little finger off, C sharp minor 7, and then we go back to the E, and we do this. And you can upstroke that one, and then back to the B. And then we're back into the second verse. All right, now after the second verse, we're going to get into the middle 8, and the middle 8 is actually the middle 16. So, we'll do this. Now, when we do this lick, we don't want to do it there. We want to do it up here because our next chord is going to be a D sharp minor. Okay, so we're going to go. And that next note is actually a G sharp. The only time he does it that way is before this middle 8. Like that would be the normal way. But he goes. And then we start this like just choppy guitar part, which is the D sharp minor. And then we go to G sharp minor, and we kind of strum from the A string over. And then we drop that note down a fret to the G sharp to the G. Put our middle finger there. And then we got C sharp minor, C sharp minor 7, little finger off. And then we got this A bar chord, and then E, B. So that whole thing. Now we do the lick again. We just do it normally, okay? We don't drop that. Do the whole thing again. A, E. Okay, now we're going to go into the solo. And the solo is like D, A, E, B. And like I say, all these chords are that C shape, right? And that is a real killer on the hand. Now, you could do it like this. That form. And that'll work. There's no problem with that. And if you see that live video of them in that TV studio, it's really the only live recording of them. And Joy Mulland, the guitar player, is he'll do some of those chords sometimes. Like he'll go and he'll go up there, and it's not live, right? That's taped. The only thing that's live is the vocals, in my opinion, right? That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds too good to be live. So he's just kind of mucking around, right? But clearly on the record you can hear those voicings, right? You can hear that voicing, and then on these ones too, you can. And if you watch Pete Ham, the other guy, he's got the SG, and he's just sort of faking the acoustic guitar part, and he's doing all these chords, right? That C-shaped chord. So it's up to you whether you want to do it or not, right? It'll sound better with those kind of voicings than with, the standard bar chord voicings, but that's just a choice you got to make, right? So we're just going to go. This is a guitar solo, right? D, A, E, B. Okay, then we're into the last verse, right? And then the last verse goes on, and then we get into the ending, which to me is one of the greatest endings of all time. I just love this ending, It's just perfect. And what we're going to do there is we're going to come out of this. And we're going to play this. Okay, that's our first part, and it's... Right, that's the first bit. And then we go. So da 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 da. And then we're going to come up to the C sharp minor. Little finger here on E7. And then the rhythm guitar is going to go just an A chord. And then here, which is like an E with that added, with the ninth added. And then the last chord. Okay, so that whole thing is going to sound like this. Okay, and that's it. And the lead guitar part, we'll go to the main solo. There are a couple of really short solos, but really, really nice playing, you know. So over that, okay, so I won't bother changing my sound here, but, and by the way, the sound on this, I always put what I'm using in the description box below there, and a little brief sort of synopsis or summary of how I got the sounds for all the songs I do. But this one, the amp's got really virtually no gain on it, just enough to make a sound, and I've got the volume down to about 7 to clean it up even more. Okay, but I'll just come up to 10 and I won't bother changing my lead sound. And I've also got a bit of chorus on too. You know, just a real slight bit, just to sort of give it a different kind of sound. So the lead solo starts here. So we're just on the 5th fret of the B string. Full step bend. And we're going to slide up here to the 3rd of the A, right? Because we're on that A chord now, so we're right there on G6. And let go of that and hit the A note here on E5. And don't hold on to that G like I just did. Okay, let go of it. And then we're going to go. Now he does kind of a slow bend there, right? There's a full step bend here first on B7. And then he puts vibrato on it. And he ended up with that little... that thing, right? You know, it's very, very subtle there, right? And you can tell when you listen to the solo that the next line is punched in. So, and then we're going to come up here to B9 and do a half step bend. Which is, you know, A, right? It's just that A arpeggio. And then we're going to end it up by going, which is a full step bend on E14. And a full step bend on E17. So that's the whole thing. So that's the main solo. And then the ending, the rhythm is... And then we're going to go. And that's, just E5, and then A9 to A7, D11 to D9, G9 or G11 to G9. And then B12. Full step bend with vibrato, right? Actually, there's a slide into that. Okay, and that's it. That's the solo, the ending, which, like I said before, is one of the greatest endings ever. Okay, so I'll put the acoustic parts up in a separate video, and like I said before, I'll show you how he actually played it, and then I'll show you a way easier way of doing it with a capo. Okay, there's actually a couple of ways you can do it with the capo, but there's one that I prefer. All right, hope you get something out of this video, and we'll talk to you next time.